Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today we're going to be doing the next 5 stages, stages 48 to 52 of the Deagostini Collectables release of Build the Ford GT. Now before I actually show you what we're actually building today, check this out, we got a free gift. Now this is a replica, a little die-cast model here, of the Ford GT Mark IV. This is the 1967 Le Mans winner, looking just like that. I do like these little free gifts there. That's it from the top and the side. I wasn't expecting that at all. It does come in this box as well, just like that. So that's a good way to start it. Now, this week, completely out the window. I wasn't even expecting to get a video out today, but because this is quite a quick stage, I thought I'd actually do this today. As for the rest of the week, there's going to be no live stream on Wednesday for the patrons. There's no live stream on Thursday. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to get a video out this week because I'm travelling off to Taunton tomorrow, or actually today, for tomorrow, for an event that's happening tomorrow. I'm hoping I might be able to tell you more about that event on Wednesdays because I am back here Wednesday. Either way, there's going to be a video on the channel on Wednesday. Not sure what that is. But as for the rest of the week, I don't know what I'm going to be able to get out because on Thursday I'm up Blackburn way and on Friday I'm in Scotland. So it's a world of Wayne around the country this week. But I'm glad I can get something out to you today. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So in stage 48, as you can see here, this is the magazine. Just going to flick through it. We're going to be putting the tyre on the wheel that we created. Now the wheel was attached to this. I've actually unattached it. The reason I've done that is because it's going to be far easier to push this on when it's not actually on to that whole wishbone joint here. They want us on the instructions here to put this wheel on while it's on there. I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to do it the other way. That avoids breaking any of this here. So that's all we've got to do in this stage. Let's do this. Now this has been soaking in water for some time. So I'm just going to, whoops, God, it's hot. Let me just fish it out, shake it off, and make sure when I push this on, see it's nice and soft, I'm putting it on this way so that the yellow is on the front of the tyre. Oh, this is a tough one to put in. Let's get it in. There we go. The hotter you have your water, the easier this stage is going to be. You know what, I've done this loads of times, and this is probably the hardest one I've had to do. But there you go, that one's on no problems at all. I'm sweating after that. But that's all there is to do in that stage. I'm just going to put this back on to the car now. So there you go. That's back on, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Leading swiftly on to stage 49. This is the magazine. Again, each stage does have its own magazine. We're just going to be putting these two parts together, starting to create the next rim. So you see what I mean? Nice quick stage. And it's quite clever because all we've got to do in these two parts is just put this orange section over the lugs that we've got inside there. And that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 50 here, if I just turn the magazine, again, we're going to be working on that rim. We've got the outer side of the rim and the hub here, which means we're just putting this over the top of that. Another really quick stage. So can you believe this stage? All we're going to do, this is metal by the way, is to put this over the top here, manipulate it into position, and that's it. We've got the hub ready to put on later on, which will go in there, but that's all there is to do in that stage. That moves swiftly on to stage 51, which again, I'm going to turn the magazine. I can't believe they were individual stages, those last two. We're going to be creating the next hub here with the brake there, the brake disc. So putting all of this together, and then we're going to be attaching this to what we've just created here. Let's do that now. So we're going to start with this brake cooling housing here, which is just going to go into the slot here. It can only go in one shape. It's got a D-shaped pattern on it. So just rotate that round to where it goes. And then with an FP01 screw, I'm going to be putting that in from the other side. Just like this. Put that to one side, because now I'm going to be creating the brake disc, which looks like this. It's these two parts going together. I'm just going to manipulate them round so that the tabs inside are going to line up with the holes that you can see on this side here. So when I push this in, it's going to clip perfectly into place. You can see them on that side, and that's what it looks like there. Then this whole thing is going to go on top of what we just created, this lovely metal section here, like that. I'm then going to be holding this in place with the caliper, which I've got here. The caliper just goes on like this, and if I turn this upside down, you can see the hole that this is going to mount to. One is a locating lug, and the other one is a hole for a screw, which is an FD01 screw. So screw that nice and tight there. That will keep that disc in there. And then retrieving what we just worked on in the last stage, I'm going to put this upside down, and this is just going to be attaching to this side here, just like that. Now I want to hold that into place, so I've got some FD02 flange screws. These are silver flange screws. Grab one here, hold that together, just take the hub out which I put in, and then screw this in from this side here. I am going to put a tiny bit of oil on that. You should have this all the way in there so that you can see that on that side. So when I screw this in, it's not going to take a lot. Make it tight. Put the hub on just for safekeeping, but that's now attached in there. And that is all there is to do in that stage. So in the last stage, stage 52, I'm going to be doing the last wheel. I've already put it in the hot water, so it's going to be ready for when I actually just finish showing you what we're actually doing in the magazine here. And as you can see, we're going to be putting the wheel over the top. We have got a couple of things to add to the brake housing or caliper that we've got there. So I'm just going to put that in here. I believe this may have come in a previous stage. I'll have to check my... there we go. It came in stage 47, this whole thing here. Get this all together here, and then we're ready to put this onto the car. Now, just like you saw in the instructions, we are going to need these parts from stage 47. I've got them all ready, but I'm not going to put them in yet. I'm going to do the instructions completely the wrong way round. I'm actually going to put the wheel on first while it's been soaking. So I'll take this whole thing and put it in that side, so the yellow side is going to be visible for me here. Get this on. Again, this is one of the hardest ones I've had to do on any of these builds. I've got it now, but you really do want to make sure you're using boiling water. If you're not, you're going to have a bad time. But as you can see, that's in place there and there. So having it that way round, what I'm going to do is put in this part here, which is the connector for the wishbones there. And at the bottom, I've got its partner here, which is going to go into this socket here. Let's just line everything up. Just like that. And it's held in with an FD05 screw. So I've got that here. Just going to screw that all the way through. So it's nice and tight. And there we go. That's in just like that. We do want to make sure the smaller ones at the top, the larger ones at the bottom. So we then want to put these parts of the suspension in. So the smaller one here is going to clip just to the top here. It actually goes just into this inside section here. So I'll just get that clipped in like that. The bottom one, you can see where that's going to go, onto this indent here. So that one's in as well. And then put the spring over the top, and then they will go together like that. And then it's just a case of putting the wheel on exactly like we did last time, with this section here facing forward. Now typically when we put the wheel on, the screws are different. So for the thicker one down the bottom there, we're using FD07. So I'll put that on here just like this. Now the FD07 screw which I've got here is longer than the one that's going to go in the top. So I'm going to get the bottom in first. Just like that. And then bring the whole wheel up just like this for the top one to slip in there, and use an FD06 screw to screw this in from this side. Just like that. I've started it off. I can get that screwed in all the way. And there we go. We have got both of the wheels on the car. They obviously need some steering on here because they're going all over the place at the moment. But that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. Wasn't much to do at all on that one, isn't it? It's a godsend for me because I have got to head off shortly. But I wanted to get you a video out today. But yeah, I don't know if I would have been too pleased with just what we had. There was a lot of metal in there, but for 5 stages... you know my thoughts about that. Anyway, if you like what you see on the whole of this build, then I have put a link to the Deagostini Collectables website there, and you can get this all the way from pack 1. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. And hopefully, I'll see you sometime in the week. Take care.